guys, SRC Paradise here. Just a quick update to the carnage that happened to the MT10E on my bass session. The other day I had a shock blowout on me, the front shock, and it's dripping. its guts are bleeding out. Shock oil, casualty of bashing. And I thought for sure when it happened that the shock sheared off, that it actually broke. Initially I thought it just came unscrewed, like I'd heard and read about online. But when I was out running it out in the wild, when I inspected the shock, it looked like it was sheared off, but of course it was kind of covered in dirt and mud and stuff. This is broken, or well, it's not broken, but it looks like it's a common problem where I think the shock simply unscrewed, although I'll have to take it home, clean it up, and look. That actually looks like a break. I don't know for sure, guys. It's going to require further investigation, so that's a bummer. Well, anyway, upon further inspection, it did not shear off. It's not broken. It did, in fact, the screw came out. So, still a bummer, but certainly not the truck's fault. If you guys saw that video, I was really bashing it pretty hard. I took a lot of tumbles and a lot of falls. Rolled it a couple times and was pretty, I would say, moderately or fairly abusive with it. So anyway, here is the shock shaft, and then here's the screw. So I disassembled it. Here's the body, and these are the factory plastic shocks that come stock on the truck. Here's the truck. And yeah, you just, you unscrew the lid, or the cap of the shock. You unscrew that. Then you can access these little washers that go inside of it. I don't know how well you can see that on camera rather, but there are these two little washers. And then there's the shaft itself. And when I was out in the wild driving it, this screw goes in there like that, inside the body, and then of course those spacers or those washers, prevent the shaft from coming out. Well, this little hole that the screw goes into had filled up with, dirt and debris and stuff, and just looking at it at first glance, for some reason, I was thinking this little gray area was going to be threaded, and it was going to, like, I don't know, attach inside threaded. So when I saw it out in the wild, when it broke, I thought, because there was no threading there, I thought, oh man, this thing just sheared itself right off. But I was totally wrong, and I'm happy I was. So I'm going to repair this, and probably I'll drive it again with these shocks. I'll Loctite that down on there. I'll do that off camera because it'll be pretty boring just assembling this shock for you. But I'll Loctite it on there. I'll probably, honestly, I'm just going to leave the other one. I know it's probably driving on borrowed time on all of these, actually, because if it can happen to one, my train of thought is that could probably happen to the other ones. I know it's a known issue, or it seems to be a known issue, that these may not be Loctited from the factory. This one wasn't, and it came out. But it's kind of honestly, guys, it's kind of a hassle and it's kind of a messy job to, disassemble these and drain your shocks and, put them back together just to deal with this. So in the time being, I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna fix this one up just so I can get running again, and then upgrades. Time for upgrades. So with that being said, that's just a little update. I will fix that. We'll put it back together, and then we'll pick up where I left off. Cheers. Thanks, guys.